Hi everyone, this is Lahari. Today we shall discuss about objects included in JavaScript, which comes under the subject web technology and its application, and the subject code is 18CS63. Introduction to JavaScript. JavaScript is a lightweight, cross-platform, single-threaded and interpreted compiled programming language which is also known as the scripting language for web pages. It is well known for the development of the web pages and many non-browsers environment and also used it. JavaScript is widely typed language that is dynamically typed. JavaScript can be used for client-side development as well as the server-side development. JavaScript is both an imperative and declarative type of languages. JavaScript contains a standard library of objects like array, date, math, and a core set of language elements like operators, control structures, and statements. Client side, it supplies objects to control a browser and its develop document object module like it is a client side extensive allows an application to place elements on an HTML form and respond to user events such as mouse click, form input, and page navigation. Useful libraries for this client side are AngularJS, Reject JavaScript, and so many. Then coming to server side JavaScript, it supplies object relevant to running JavaScript on a server. For if the server side extension allows an application to communicate with the database and provides continuity of information from one invocation to another of the application or perform file manipulation on a server. This useful framework, which is the most famous these days in Node.js, imperative language. In this type of language, we are mostly concerned about how it is to be done. It is simple, controls the flow of computation. The procedural programming approach object approaches comes under this. And as asynchronous wait, we are thinking about what is to be done further after the asynchronous call. Then coming to declarative programming. In this type of language, we are concerned about how it is to be done. Basically, here logical computation requires. Here, main goal is to describe the described results without direct dedication on how to get it on the arrow function does. JavaScript can be added to your HTML files in two ways. The two ways includes one is external JavaScript and internal JavaScript. Coming to internal JavaScript, we can add JavaScript directly to our HTML file by writing the code inside the tag script. The script tag can either be placed inside the head or the body tag according to the requirements. Coming to external JavaScript, we can write JavaScript code in another file having an extension .js and then link the file inside the head tag of the HTML file in which we want to add this code. Coming to the syntax of JavaScript, first it is JavaScript. You'll write the code of the JavaScript and you'll close the script. Example, that is a document type HTML, HTML body and heading is the JavaScript in body. Then ID, it is demo, that is the page ID, paragraph ID, then script. You'll open the script. Document dot get element by id of demo dot inner html. that is my first JavaScript. Then you'll close the script, close the body, close the HTML. In the figure, you can see the example like JavaScript in the body, my first JavaScript. Now let us see about objects included in JavaScript. A number of useful objects are included in the JavaScript. These includes array, boolean, date, math, string, and others. In addition of these, JavaScript can also access document object module, that is DOM objects that correspond to the content of the page's HTML. These DOM objects let JavaScript code access and modify HTML and CSS property at a page dynamically. So JavaScript objects includes array, string, math, and date. Coming to first one, that is arrays. Arrays is one of the most used data structure and they have been included in the JavaScript as well. The class is defined to behave more like a linked list in that it can be resized dynamically by the implementation as browser specific, meaning the efficiency of insert and delete operations is unknown. Arrays will be first objects we will examine. Objects can be created using the new syntax and calling the object constructor. The following code creates a new empty array named greetings. That is where greetings is equals to new array. To initialize the array with values, the variable declaration would look like this. That is where greetings is equals to new array. Then we have to add the values. That is good morning, good afternoon. We can even add it using the square bracket where greetings is equals to new array. This includes the square brackets, good morning and good afternoon. So these arrays can be used for accessing and traversing. So to access an element in the array, we use the familiar square bracket notation from Java and C style languages with the index. We wish to access index the inside the brackets. Alter greetings of 0. One of the most common action on an array is to traverse through the item sequentially. The following is the loop quickly loops to an array accessing the ith element each time using the array object length property to determine the maximum valid index. It will alert good morning and good afternoon to the user. So for var of I is equals to 0, I less than greeting dot length, I plus plus. So alert greetings of I. It will alert good morning and good afternoon to the user. Modifying an array. To add an item to an existing array, you can use the push method, that is greeting.push good evening, that is to push an item. To pop, the method can be used to remove an item from the back of an array. Additional methods that modify array includes concatenate, slice, join, reverse, shift, and sort. Second operation, that is the math. The math class allows one to access the common mathematic functions and common variables quickly in one place. The static class contains methods such as max, min, par, square root, and exponent, and trigonometric functions such as sine, cosine, and etc. In addition, many mathematical constants are defined such as pi. Then the math.py, math.square root of 4, and math.random, math.by that shows 3.14. Math of square root will give you square root of 4, that is to random, that is random numbers between 0 and 1. Coming to string, the string class has already been used without knowing to us in the previous examples. So we'll see here what does a string do. While one can use the new syntax to create a string objects, it can be also be defined using as follows: where greet is equals to new string good, that is the long form of the constructor, that is, whereas where greet is equals to good, that is the shortcut form of constructors. Length property included here is alter greet length. Another common way to use strings to concatenate them together. Since this is so common, the plus operator had been overridden to allow the concatenation in place, where str is equals to greet.concat morning, that is a long form, whereas instead of concat we will be using plus, that is a shorthand of using the operator. Many other useful methods exist within the string class, such as accessing a single character using char at, or searching for one more using index of strings allows splitting a string into an array, searching and matching with split, search and match methods. The fourth one, that is the date. The date class is yet another helpful that is included as an object in the JavaScript we should be aware of. It allows us to quickly calculate the current date or the current date objects for a particular date. To display today's dates as a string, we would simply create a new object and use the toString method. Here example is where d is equals to new date, then you'll alter today is equals to d dot toString, displays the today's date. Thank you all.